Okay, here we go. Back for part 2 of 10 of the most historically significant dreams. Whether lucid dreams or not lucid dreams, we don't know. But these are 10 dreams that have had a profound impact on human discovery and the evolution of knowledge and that sort of thing. Alright, so for the next one, our next dream comes from the German organic chemist Friedrich Kekule, who famously stated that he discovered the structure of the benzene molecule based on a dream in which he saw a snake eating its own tail. And in addition to this, in a separate dream at a different time, he recounted that his theory of chemical structure also originated from a dream. And he said he had this dream while riding on the upper deck of an omnibus in London. So it sounds like he was taking a nap when he had that dream. Kekule stated that in this dream he saw atoms and molecules dancing, and that from this dream he formulated his theory of chemical structure. And links for all of these will be provided in the comment section below. So that's the dream of German organic chemist Friedrich Kekule. James Watson, who was the co-discoverer of the structure of DNA, has stated that he first saw the structure of DNA in a dream in the form of 2 interwoven snakes. So there's the snake again. That's a pretty symbolic animal, I think, to have in a dream. So after his dream, and correctly interpreting the image of the 2 snakes to be symbolic of the DNA double helix, in 1962, he and Francis Crick shared the Nobel Prize in Physiology. I think that's a pretty important dream. That's definitely one of the most important ones, I think. Alright, moving on. Our next dream comes from Frederick Banting, who's credited with the discovery of insulin. And his research was largely motivated because his own mother died from diabetes. Okay. So waking from a dream one night in which he gained some profound insight into the type of experiment he needed to perform, he ordered that the duct of the pancreas of a dog be tied up until the glands shriveled. Now I want to pause here and say that I have not been able to discover any content from Frederick Banting's dream, only the result of what his dream gave him and the research that he did based on the dream he had. So if anyone out there is able to discover any of the content from Banting's dream, that would be really cool if you can share that, okay? So he orders that the ducts of the pancreas of a dog be tied up until the glands shriveled, and it took a few weeks for them to shrivel. And after this, the pancreas was removed. And inside the pancreas was a liquid that he filtered out and examined, which turned out to be insulin. And this was the discovery of insulin. This was when insulin was first discovered. And then finally, in 1923, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine. So that's Frederick Banting's dream. Next one comes from Niels Bohr. After attempting to discover the structure of an atom in waking life and being unable to, Niels Bohr finally saw the nucleus of an atom while he was dreaming. And there are two different accounts of this dream. One comes from Jeremy Taylor's book called Dream Work. And Jeremy Taylor states that Bohr had a dream of horses racing on a circular track and came to understand that the lanes of the horses represented the paths electrons follow around the nucleus. In the other version, Bohr dreamed of the planets orbiting the sun in the solar system and came to understand that electrons similarly orbit the nucleus of an atom, just as planets orbit the sun. So whatever account is true, whatever is true here, it said that this dream contributed greatly to Bohr's formulation of quantum theory, for which he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1922. There you go. Boom. Next dream comes from Dr. Otto Loewi. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing these names correctly. A lot of these are strange names to me, and so I'm sorry. I apologize if I'm not saying these correctly. Okay, so Dr. Otto Loewi got his famous idea for his breakthrough experiment regarding the chemical transmissions of nerve impulses in a dream. Otto Loewi is known as the father of neuroscience. He's a really important historical figure. So after experimenting on 2 frog hearts using saline solution, which was based on an idea that came to him in a dream, Loewi effectively proved that the transmissions of nerve impulses were chemical, not electric. And in 1936, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine and is currently known as the father of neuroscience. And finally, our next dream comes from someone we all know and love, Albert Einstein. Towards the end of his career, Einstein recounted a dream which had a very profound impact on him and his scientific career. This was in an interview with Edwin Newman. And in the interview, Einstein stated he had a dream as a child in which he was sledding with friends at night down a hill in the snow. Okay? As he started going faster and faster, Einstein realized he was approaching the speed of light. Next, as he's sledding, he looks up at the stars while he's sledding. And Einstein recollects that they were being refracted into all sorts of vivid and astonishing colors. Filled with a sense of awe, Einstein understood that he was looking at one of the most important things in his life. And years later, during this interview with Edwin Newman, Einstein said, "I knew I had to understand that dream. And you could say, and I would say, that my entire scientific career has been a meditation on my dream."